There are many approaches to digital painting, but this is mine. And one important side note is to know in advance what you're going to use your painting for. Is it just for practice? Is it for digital mediums? Or is it for prints? All those things affect the format you'll use for your painting. Once you know that and what you want to paint, you can move on to the software. What I've been doing for a long time is trying to emulate traditional media. Although this doesn't always work. Traditional media has the downside of potentially messing up to the point of starting over, but it also has the upside that it never lags, never crashes, is super versatile, allows you to mix materials relatively easy, and it has texture. So going back to digital painting, one approach that I enjoyed and use often is doing part of the project traditionally, like the sketch or a thumbnail. Then I scan it and use it as my starting point. Lately, I've been using a lot of Krita. This is an open source software free to download and use, and that allows you to do almost everything you want that other softwares provide, such as Photoshop or Painter. You can check the video I made about it right here if you want to learn more about it. Once I have my sketch, I aim to keep that on a separate layer with low opacity and locked so I don't paint over it. If you have done digital painting, you know what I mean. And then I create a new layer to do the fill. Almost all the painting softwares I know work with layers. This is where digital painting starts to sort of use the concepts of traditional painting, but works differently, and it takes some time to adjust to it. Muralists or graffiti artists use this technique a lot. They mask certain areas they don't want to paint or spill over, and they start from the background, working all the way to the foreground and adding then all the details you want. If you want to learn more about layers, by the way, you can check out this video right here on the top. Going back to the painting, once I have the fills for the sketch, I create a new layer that I'll call shading. On this one, I'll aim to get the volumes of the subject as far as I can. Here's where the style you're going for can steer what you're doing a bit. Are you going for a cell shading style? Are you more realistic painting? Are you doing a master study? Or maybe you just want to add some texture. In my case, this is what I'm going for. Once I have that part done, I can, if I want, push the painting further, go for another layer for highlights and really small details, and another one for shadows to add to my painting. Also, something I do often now is once I have the painting, let's say at 80 to 90% there, I aim to go ahead and create another layer for overall lighting. This helps uniform the whole painting and define the mood I'm going for. Some paint that from the get-go, and some others build it into the final stage of the process. There are different ways of doing it. You can add it as an adjustment layer with a gradient, or mask the area and just paint what you want. Once you're happy with your result, you can go ahead and save it and export it to the format you may need. An important side note, hit save often or activate the autosave. Believe me, it will save you a world of pain. Before I show you the final result, if you enjoyed the video or you found it helpful, consider subscribing and hitting that like. It helps me a bunch and is completely free for you. Also, there are links in the description of this video for merch and other things I do if you want to help this channel. And without further ado, here is the final painting. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye.